We've been able to make those critical plays in the first 4 games of the season. Let's try and do it again.
Officially, it's 4th down and 2. They need to get to the 18-yard line. They're lofting it to the end zone for Crabtree. He's got it. Did he stay in bounds? And hold on, he did. Touchdown, Raiders. It's officially a 20-yard touchdown pass from Derek Carr to Michael Crabtree, his 5th touchdown reception of the year, set up by the fumble from Melvin Gordon.
At bottom of your screen, you can bank on it. Critical situation, Carr's going to go to Crabtree. Beautiful throw, beautiful catch. For 2 players who had 0 chemistry early in the game, that grab couldn't have been any better or more clutch.
Well, you saw the hands of Crabtree. Now every scoring play is reviewed, whether he had control. It looked like he did and kept his feet in bounds. So now the Raiders will go for 2. DeAndre Washington is in the backfield. Carr wants the crowd to be quiet. Washington to his left. The pass is complete to the right. Amari Cooper for the 2-point conversion. Turnovers have been a big factor in today's game. Melvin Gordon fumbles for the 2nd straight week. The Raiders recover. Crabtree on 4th down scores the touchdown, and the Raiders take the lead. Establishing the feet inbounds before the catch. He definitely had it in the air, but did he establish himself inbounds with the 2 feet? That's what they said did not happen.
2 feet on grass.
On grass.
Now you're eligible. He started the
awfully
jump
close
before he established.
1st and goal for the Raiders. Washington is the deep man. That's an offensive lineman in motion. The handoff goes to Olawale, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Oakland. Second touchdown run of the year for Olawale.
Big hole on the goal line. What a surge up front. Gabe Jackson, Rodney Hudson, Kelechi Osemele open it right up for the touchdown.
Now that was Feliciano 76 who was in motion. You know, they're down a couple tight ends, the Raiders are. So that's why they use the lineman in that tight end spot in motion as an eligible receiver. Janikowski's point after is good. It's a 10-point Oakland lead with under 13 to play. Off the pass interference, it's an easy touchdown for Derek Carr and the Raiders. 3:05 to play here in the 4th quarter. The San Diego Chargers, who have blown 3 fourth-quarter leads, are behind by 3. Along with Adam Archuleta and Amanda Balionis, I'm Tom McCarthy. In a huge AFC West battle, the Raiders, they've capitalized on 4th-quarter victories. The Chargers have not. The Raiders 3-1, the Chargers 1-3.
This is a long one with no backs in the backfield. Watch the top of the screen, isolation on Smith.
And now Philip Rivers asked for a timeout.
Timeout, San Diego.
He definitively didn't like what he saw because he's a guy that usually can pick things apart. So what has happened today? We've got both quarterbacks over 300 yards passing today. Carr 317, Rivers 360. This is Gordon scoring his first receiving touchdown. Amari Cooper answers though, and Cooper picks up his first touchdown of the year. And how about this on 4th down to Michael Crabtree? Well, the Chargers answered again. Antonio Gates and Philip Rivers, they've connected so often during their careers. So it's 34-31. For the Raiders, they're looking to continue to establish their presence in the AFC West, a young team. For the Chargers, they're looking to quiet the critics, not only in San Diego, but also around the country. This could be the play of the game right here.
Well, it's a huge play. You're down by 3 now, so you know you still have a chance for the field goal. But I don't think the Chargers want to take that chance. This is a long 3rd and 1. They need to try and convert this.
his shoulder. It's going to be close. The Chargers are pointing a little farther than where the Raiders think. I think he's got the first down. Clock continues to run. Under 3 minutes to play. All right, so that spot is awfully close. Boy, that's a Raiders spot right there.
Boy,
he didn't get it. It's fourth down.
I don't think you have any choice right here.
Got to go for the field goal. Let's watch it again. Here's Gordon.
Yeah, there's nothing right there to tell me exactly where that spot should have been.
Yeah, whether his knee was down before the football went forward.
I'll tell you, that's a long. That was almost 2 yards.
It sure was.
And tough duty. Big kick here.
Well,
Lambo.
This will be a 36-yard field goal attempt for the second-year pro at Texas A&M. His former college teammate Kaiser is the holder. And the snap goes off the fingertips of Kaiser. It's rolling around. And it looks like the Raiders pick it up at the 34-yard line. The Chargers have to think they are snake-bitten in the fourth quarter. Keith McGill recovered it. At that point, it didn't matter. How many ways can the Chargers let a fourth quarter opportunity go by the boards? Raiders up by 3, and Phillip Rivers can't believe it.
Every week you like a tough loss.
Let's take you back to the game.
Kaiser was Josh Lambo's holder in college at Texas A&M. He has had a day to forget. Not only the 16-yard punt earlier that set up the Raiders' scoring opportunity, but he just mishandled a snap on a potential field goal to tie the game. A Melvin Gordon fumble. And those are the ways that the Raiders have the lead with the football with 1:55 to play. The Chargers can only stop the clock one more time. They have one timeout left. For Mike Wint, the snapper, it looked like a clean snap. It looked like Kaiser just didn't hang on to it.
This hits him right there in the hands. He can't secure it. Bobbles. Tom, I've been around the game of football for a long time, and I don't think I've ever seen anything like what has happened to the San Diego Chargers this season. The way they have lost games and the fashion they have lost these games, I just can't believe it. Some things in this world just don't make sense. This is one of them.
4 turnovers today for Mike McCoy's team. You know, we talk about it. Mike knows that his staff, he and his staff, are under fire in San Diego for all the losses in the fourth quarter. Sometimes you put it into the players' hands to perform, and sometimes they just don't do the job. And that's what's happening over the last several weeks.
How routine is a hold for a field goal on a perfect snap?
Yeah.
Unreal.
All the Chargers can hope is that they get another opportunity. It's second down and 10. The defense has made stops today.
Waiting. That's it.
Carr hands it off. And the defense does stop Olawale behind the line of scrimmage. But again, they can't stop the clock. They have no timeouts left. Tonight on CBS begins with 60 Minutes and amazing advances in artificial intelligence and how it will affect you. Followed by CBS News coverage of the second presidential debate. Tonight, only CBS.
So they're probably only, if they do get the ball back, have 12 or 14 seconds left on the clock after a punt with no timeouts. Tough spot to be in for Phillip Rivers and the San Diego offense if they do in fact get the ball back.
1:12 and counting to play. It's third down and 13 for Carr. He's content to just hand it off. And Olawale gets past the original line of scrimmage. So the Chargers will get the ball back, but as Adam said, no timeouts left for Mike McCoy's team. Don't forget, they had to burn a timeout earlier in the second half. They had to use that timeout early in the second half.
So you really only have 2 options. I mean, don't forget the Raiders probably have the best punter in the league right now.
Correct.
So you can send everybody on the line and try and block it. Or try and set up a return.
Well, McCluster is back deep to receive. He stands at his 17. Marquette King averages just under 52 yards per punt. And now the Raiders will use a timeout.
A 30-second timeout.
With 20 seconds to play. Now, they wanted to run as much time off the clock as possible, which is what they've done here. Boy, you said in the open, we've talked about it throughout this game. How about the ways the Chargers have lost fourth quarter leads, but how about the way the Raiders have won games in the fourth quarter? Now, they had the lead here, but they still had to hold the leads.
It comes down to, as we talked about, who makes the plays in the defining moments of the game. And that's really what it comes down to. Raiders taking advantage of the miscues of the Chargers.
Right.
And the Chargers continuing this trend that has been plaguing them this entire season by giving the ball up.
Chargers this year have not often called for a fair catch on punts. They do go after King, and he gets it off, and this is a beauty of a punt. I mean, it's a beautiful kick. No fair catch. McCluster's going to try to return it up to the 20-yard line. So 12 seconds and counting to play. They'll stop the clock with 11 to play. Well, there's no Ray Lewis dance for King this week.
That was a great punt.
Great punt.
First and 10 for the Chargers at their 21.
For Phillip Rivers and the Chargers, is their season on the line with these last 11 seconds? A 51-yard punt moves the ball back to the 21-yard line. The standings look like this. For the Raiders, they're trying to move to 4-1 for the first time since 2002. They went to the Super Bowl that year. 11 seconds to play in the fourth quarter. The Raiders have everybody back. They have a three-man front. Mack is dancing around. Rivers steps up, slings it to the near side, has Benjamin. Oh, he's got to get away from the middle of the field. Now he throws it back off the fingertips of one of his linemen. It goes out of bounds. King Dunlap couldn't hold on, and the clock winds down. And the Oakland Raiders have hung on and have defeated the San Diego Chargers 34-31. Execution in the fourth quarter again helps the Oakland Raiders pick up a victory, and they are 4-1 for the first time since they went to the Super Bowl back in 2002.
And we all know the Chargers made critical mistakes in this game, but I think we have to give the Oakland Raiders credit. They've struggled to win games here at home. They've been outstanding on the road. But even though the other team makes mistakes, you still have to go out there and capitalize on it, and that's exactly what the Oakland Raiders went out there and did here today.
34-31 the final score. Derek Carr, his continued maturation was evident today. 25 of 40, 317 yards, and 2 touchdowns. The Raiders capitalized on the mishaps for the San Diego Chargers, and all Phillip Rivers could do is wipe his brow. Tonight on CBS, it begins with 60 Minutes and amazing advances in artificial intelligence and how it will affect you, followed by CBS News coverage of the second presidential debate. Tonight, only CBS. Derek Carr and the Raiders are now tied with the Denver Broncos for first place in the AFC West. It's early, but you can see that their confidence is gaining.
You get confidence by going out and making plays in big moments and proving to yourself that no matter what the situation is, that you can go out there and make those plays and win this game. And so I have to imagine this football team, not only are they excited about what lies ahead of them, but they have to have a great sense of confidence as they go throughout their season.
Well, the Raiders win it by 3, 34-31. They hang on after a mishap on a field goal attempt by the Chargers, which would have tied it. The final score, it is Oakland 34 and San Diego 31. Tonight on CBS at 60 Minutes, followed by the second presidential debate. So for Adam Archuleta and Amanda Valiotis, I'm Tom McCarthy saying so long from Oakland. What a day here in Oakland for the Raiders. You've been watching the NFL on CBS.
CBS Sports presents the Geico Play of the Day.
After missing the Patriots' first 4 games, there were high expectations for New England quarterback Tom Brady in Cleveland, and he is not disappointed. Brady finds Martellus Bennett on this 37-yard touchdown over Browns defensive back Jordan Poyer, their third connection of the day. That put the Patriots up 30-7.
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
The guy with talking board games and magic balls. Let me ask you something. Do you do any kind of drugs, Miss Carpenter?
Up yours, Detective Crackers.
Okay, it's Crockers, young lady.
Crackers?
Detective, our daughter does not do drugs.
Do I need to call our lawyer?
I'm out of here.
Rivalry returns with NHL Face-Off on NBCSN.
With Zions, I don't have to think about bad taste or calories, and that gives me more time to ponder. I hope my dog never realizes I'm filled with bones.
It's game time! And you know what that means. It's time to grab a KFC $20 fill-up. Yeah! Now available with extra crispy tenders. Oh, hey, hold on, you're losing your tenders there. It's finger-licking good.
Can tile fake you out? Well, that wood in the shower is tile. That 1,000